start the focus and attention game. And this is Jazzy. She'll be 9 in May, and she's one more experienced dog, but sometimes she's not so experienced. She's kind of silly. But we're going to start, and I want you to have both hands full of cookies. You're going to hold them way out. And some of you people might have young puppies or very high energetic, high energy dog that likes to want to play more. So I would put a leash on and put your foot on the leash to keep them stable and have them sitting for the exercise, not lying down, because that's a comfort zone. So you want them to be sitting and giving you attention. And don't do this too long with your dogs. If you can get one look at the start or anything, just praise them and then break them off and play with them and sit down and refocus them again. And if you have a hard time getting the dog to focus and they're looking around and want to squirm and they won't sit, just keep sitting them and then blow on their face, just gently. And that'll get their attention. So if they're sitting like this and you go, and they look at you, say, good look, and give them a cookie immediately. So you're telling them that if they look at you, they'll get a cookie. But I don't say much but praise doing this whole exercise. And I'm gonna set Jazzy up so you can see her while I'm working with her. Okay. See how she looked at me? Good. And I give her a cookie. And you might have to say good really quick when they look. Very good. Good girl. Good. So she looked away, and I didn't get the word look out. As they look for longer and longer, I increase how I say the good look. In the beginning, I say good look immediately. Good look. Very nice. So I made that a longer look. So you're going to start with short words, short, quick words. Good. Yes. Give her a cookie. So what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to open my hands, and she's going to see my hands. So she's going to look more. She might look at me and might look at my hands. Good look. So she looked at this hand, so I'm going to give her a cookie out of this hand. So you give the opposite hand. Good look. Nice job. So she looked at me without looking at the other hand. So you can just pick your hand. So once you get this good attention, and you get duration, which means longer looks. Good look. When you get looks like that, I start moving on to distractions. So what I do for a distraction with the cookies is I might move one hand. And if she looks at that hand that I'm moving, she doesn't get a cookie. Good look. And I got to praise her while that hand's a good look. So I give her a cookie out of my hand. I'm using the other arm as a distraction. So now I'm going to use the opposite arm as a distraction. Good. Good look. Whoops. Good look. And that's hard. That's hard because they smell all that food. Good look. So I said the good look really fast. That was very good while I moved that hand. Good look. Nice. And then I'll start making more duration. Good look. Good. Good look. Yes. Her eyes blinked a little bit, but she came right back to me. So that's basically how I start focus on my dogs. And she's had a lot of things happen to her. We were flooded, and she had TPLO, and she had a shoulder injury, and it seemed like several years went by. But she's going to get back into performing, hopefully. She's my special girl. Now I'm going to introduce Amber, the golden girl. All right. She's my younger one. And I'll let you see how she does. Here we go. This is Amber. This is my blonde girl. She's the one that made my day hectic. She went out in the yard, swam in the pool, rolled in some stuff, and by the time I got her in, I just took him out the potty, and she had already gotten dirty, 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 and smelly, smelly. So now she's clean and pretty. So she's learning attention, and she does heel work and stuff, but she's still learning. Good girl. Nice job. Good girl. And I'll give her a cookie with the other hand. She has more attention than my old dog now. Don't add this moving stuff until your dog is really learning to look at you. Good girl. Because this is called, I call this moving my arms distraction. And it is, because dogs have real good peripheral vision and they can see everywhere. So you really have to have that focus. Nice job. Good. So you can see how important it is. And with a young dog, it'll take you several weeks, most probably, get fairly decent focusing. And like I said, you can see why I work on this even with advanced dogs, because they need to learn to stay focused, don't you? So the next thing I'll do, and this is way down the line for a lot of people, is I'll show you how to, I don't know how this camera's looking, but I'll show you how to get your dog into heel by using this. But first of all, you need to sit on something low so you'll be at head level with your dog to get the focus. Then you need to get it standing. So now, if you have a short dog or small dog, they still need to look up at you. So I hold my cookies out. Good look. So she can look at me now while I'm standing, which is good. I'm gonna move the chair out of the way. And I can, oops. Now I can move my hands, and she's still focusing on me, which is good. Yes, that was very good. You are so good, yes. So the next step is to move into heel position. As you know, the dog is going to be on your left and heel. So what I do, after the dog has gotten to sit down with all the distraction, arm work, and they're looking at you, now you stand and you start moving into heel position. So this is how I do it. I have my hands out, and she's going to be looking, and as she looks, good look. So my foot is slightly turned. Good girl. And I'm moving my right arm. Good look. So I reward with my left arm because she didn't look at my right arm that was moving. She looked at my left hand. Good girl. Good girl. And I'm moving her really a little too fast. I think I'm going to start over. Good. 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 So I'm rewarding with my left hand because she looked at my right hand last time. So I'm dropping my left hand because I want it just to hang. Good girl. And I'll reward with my left hand because I was moving my right hand. This is distraction work. Good girl. Good girl. So I've worked into heel position. Very nice. And she's still looking at me, and I'm rewarding. And this goes on for quite a while. And I try not to let them look down to swallow. What you really need to do is to feed quickly so their heads are step and release them up. We'll work on that a little bit. Good. See how she finally looked at me while I was moving my left arm? So you want to get that kind of focus of the dog looking up at you. Very nice. And she's very bossy and demanding child. Good girl. they have to learn that they don't get the cookie unless they do what you want them to do. So it's a lot of work, and she had a little few flubs in there, but all in all, she did so good. Touch! Yes, and that's the next thing we're going to work on. I can't remember, what was the other thing? Was it the touches? Yes, it was the hand touches. So let's start with Amber. So the way I teach hand touches, I don't know if you can see this, but I have cookies in one hand, one cookie in one hand, and I want her to touch my cookie hand, and I have the cookie right here, and I'll just let her get it out of my finger, and I'll say, touch, and I'll let her have it. Then I put the other cookies in the other hand that she just touched, and I'll have her touch, 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 touch. Now those are real touches. She was batting my hand with her nose. But in the beginning, you're lucky to get one hand touch. So I'm going to do this again. Touch, and she can have the cookie. I can say touch. Yes. And you want them to put effort into their touches. It's not, oh, you push your hand to get the touch. No, they have. So if she's sitting, she can sit or stand. So I'm going to put my hand. See how she reached up? So you want your dog, at least on the first one, to reach up and touch. Touch. See how she reached up and touched? That's effort. You want your dog to be alert and awake enough to put effort into their work. Because if they don't do that, they're going to be nonchalant about working for you. So I'm going to put a cookie on the other hand. I'm just about out of cookies. And I'm going to have her touch. And she jumped up and touched. Now some dogs won't jump up in the beginning because a lot of people don't want their dogs jumping on other people. But the touch is not on you, it's to your hand. And that's what they have to learn. Touch. That's one with effort. See how she made effort for that? So that's very important. So, and after they learn that one touch on both hands, without the cookies, yes, yes, yes. Yes, she wants that cookie really bad. Yes, yes. And I don't say cookie but once, and she'll jump and touch. So I hope you got a lot out of this, and if you didn't, I can repost another hand touching session with y'all. What do you think? Come here, Amber. Put your paws up. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. She said bye-bye.